Here's what's coming up next on the Holo Movement Purpose Lab. Now, we are sitting here in Cordoba, Argentina with Jano Quantum. He has done a TEDx talk. He's fascinated by quantum physics and music. He's sitting down with Mateo Arias, who is a student at the Music Children's Special School in downtown Cordoba, and he's interested in basketball, music, filmmaking, and more. My favorite part of the interview was where they talked about black holes. Check it out. This is an incredibly charming video. And we also have this in Spanish if you want to hear how the children sound in their native tongue.
You could. Actually, wormholes would be quite difficult to pass through. None have been detected, and if they were discovered, it is most likely that they would be impassable because the distortion, the gravitational force of a wormhole would be so powerful that it would up stretching and crushing you as if it were a black hole. So what has been developed is not exactly teleportation, but rather quantum teleportation. That's what's important. Because it's not exactly teleportation, what is done is something is grabbed. It is destroyed and copied exactly the same in another place. But it is not the same object, it is an identical one, but one is destroyed. So imagine they would have to kill you to create a copy of you somewhere else. Besides, that works on very tiny scales, very small scales, proton scales. And speaking about the topic of space, if you know through the black hole,
if you want to observe a close-up black hole, it is impossible because the black hole has a force field. You will see that sometimes people draw it with stripes. Well, it really is just a black hole, but they make the stripes. For me, it is a theory. I don't know. To see the force field it has.
You are talking about the rings, right? If those rings do exist?
But there is a part that if you get close, an object, no matter it is, something could observe you, bring you in, and eat you.
And it turns out that the issue with black holes, what happens is that it works like this. They have a disk around them, then there is the matter that it attracts. They have a disk that spins around it, and little by little it gets swallowed. And it turns out that what says the mate? And it turns out that what Mateo says is basically the point is an energy point. To escape from, you need a certain velocity. For example, to escape from Earth, with this speed you cannot escape because it will attract you again. Therefore, you have to have a certain speed, the so-called escape velocity, to be able to get out. The problem is that the escape velocity of a body changes depending on how close you are to its core, to its surface, let's say. The black hole could be escaped. The problem is that there is a point, a little beyond the shadow of the black hole, which is what would happen, called the event horizon of the point of no return. At the point of no return, not even at the speed of light, it could escape because you need a higher escape velocity than light, and the speed of light cannot be surpassed. Well, you can cross it, but not in real life, but with power, but with imagination. Yes, that's true. In fact, it's known that there's a point in which a limit where it is not known what would happen, the laws of physics quietly break. Inside there could be a boundary. A monkey with symbols. Inside there could be a unicorn next to a hippogriff that's on top of an elephant holding an oboe. I mean, anything could really happen inside. There could be a unicorn in there. It's unknown. The physical laws are not respected inside that point. It's a point deep inside the black hole. Which point? Oh, the black hole.
And it turns out that the densest part of the black hole is distorted space-time. The singularity, a point where space-time would be, let's say it would have a mass there,
infinite, let's say. But the horizons The problem is that this is very strange because it is very ambiguous. It depends on the type of black hole where it is. Sometimes directly this singularity is not in space, it is in time. Oh, it depends, and it's because the black holes of our kind are Kerr black holes. And well, it's a whole type of...
The topic of wormholes is incredible.
For more, watch the full episode, which will be aired on Monday. Or you can find this story on our podcast, Awaken Your Purpose. To find your passion and purpose, join us at hollowmovement.net/